Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. We're back in the garden for a June garden tour. There is lots of things happening. My garden is really starting to fill out, so let's have a look around. As always, let's start at this corner bed. These baby rose nasturtiums are so beautiful. I have a little marigold in here as well. And then I don't know if you remember, but I really had struggles with my peas this year. This was the alderman variety. I planted a whole row, none took, and then I planted another row, and only two of them took. But they reached the top of the trellis. I don't know how I'm gonna get all of those peas up there, but I'll have to grab my ladder. I planted some scarlet runner beans in place, and they're really starting to fill out now, which is really exciting. My lettuce is doing amazing. I've been harvesting a ton. My carrots, I'm so proud of my carrots. I've never had any luck with carrots, but this year they're looking really good. I sowed another row here. My onions are doing good, except I just noticed there's something eating the onion tops, so that's not good. Then we've got another row of carrots, and I sowed more there. And then I've got a little row of lettuce. I haven't had any luck with my spinach in this spot, but this is all starting to go to seeds, so I'm going to collect those seeds. I planted this sunflower here, my calendula, a nasturtium that kind of self-sowed, and then more calendula in that corner. Then we have my big lavender bush. I need to come in here and prune this all back. My beautiful grapes. I'm so excited about these. Look at all of these grapes we're going to get. This is one of the highlights of my growing season so far because it's taken 3 seasons to get here. So we're finally going to have grapes this year. And it looks like we're going to have a lot of them too. I had to prune some of these back because it was really starting to get in the walkway. They are kind of taking over these poor onions. Oh my gosh. Let that guy go. Peas on the inside here. I just harvested a ton of peas and it's really starting to yellow at the bottom, so I'm going to pull those out and I'll plant a couple bush beans in the pot for the end of the year. Same thing on the other side. Beautiful peas. The purple peas, I really enjoyed having the little pop of color. Next we have all of my garlic. I think I'm going to pull it out sometime this week. All of the leaves are starting to turn brown at the base. It's looking really healthy. This is the hardneck red Russian garlic that I got from the garden center, and then this is the garlic that I got from the farm stand. So there is a little bit of a difference in how big they got, but I don't know if that's because of the variety or the way that this maybe gets more sun. I'm not sure. But we have so many raspberries. I just picked a whole bowl and I obviously missed a ton, but I had no more room in my bowl, so I'm gonna have to come back in tomorrow. So many beautiful raspberries. There's nothing like fresh berries straight from the garden. My pumpkins in here, I just put this up because we have some cats that like to dig in my beds. So this is that Dill's Atlantic Giant pumpkin, and then I've got a couple other jack-o'-lantern pumpkins in there as well. Mint in the corner, I just moved it down here. It was on my deck and it was getting a little bit too hot. Then I've got some dahlias, and I just put some lobelias in here as well. Same with this side. This is lemon balm, and then this is rutabaga, I think. I can't remember, with some pansies that have self-sown. Go back to the front bed. This bed has been such a joy. My broccolini is back here. I cut off the main crown and then it's producing all these little guys. So that has been really fun. This broccolini tastes absolutely amazing. I'm going to be planting a lot more for the fall. My kale, I've been harvesting kale like every second day, and we have so much of it. I am not complaining though. I love kale Caesar salads. I've been eating a kale Caesar salad pretty much every day. My onions are doing good. There was a little soccer ball incident that kind of squished some of them. And then one of them was flowering, so I pulled that flower out. It'll be pretty soon that they're going to be done. They're starting to bend over. And then my sweet peas I planted in this row, and then they didn't do anything for so long. So I was like, okay, I'm going to plant some cucumbers and some beans. And then they really took off. So I think they sensed a little bit of the competition. So I stuck this trellis in and kind of training them to grow past my cucumbers. Seems to be working fine though. We're getting sweet peas now. Cucumbers are poking in through the bottom here. These are lemon cucumbers. We've got a couple purple beans, and then we've got some pickling cucumbers. Look at this little guy. It's so cute. And then this is a calendula that's self-sowed from last year. The back is looking really good too. We've got nasturtiums, marigolds, geraniums, my lavender bush. We've got some nasturtiums, some alyssum. This alyssum has been doing really amazing. And then I've got some bare spots in here where the carrots didn't pop up, so I'm going to plant more carrots. I did get some carrots, and I pulled one. They're looking really good. A rosemary, some geraniums, big beautiful bushy thyme plant starting to poke out through the trellis, which I love. Strawberry bed here. We've got so many strawberries. It's kind of near the end of the season for strawberries, but we've been harvesting probably like 5 or 6 pounds, maybe even more, because a lot of them don't even make it into the house. It has been really fun. The kids love eating the fresh berries from the garden. This is probably the most fun bed right now. There's a lot going on in here. These nasturtiums have self-sown for the last 3 years, so they're so big and beautiful. All of my indeterminate tomatoes in here. We've got some cherry tomatoes, some beefsteak tomatoes on the string trellis. I think I've got 10 indeterminate tomatoes, and then I have 5 determinate tomatoes in the front here. These are Roma tomatoes. And on the inside, I've got basil and then alyssum and a whole row of marigolds along the back with some beautiful colors. Thick row of marigolds. And then we've got some nasturtiums, some chives in the corner. Same kind of thing over here. Some nasturtiums and some chives. And the tomatoes are just coming in now. This is the Sweet Million variety. We've got Gardener's Delight, Tie-Dye, Prudence Purple. The onions that were left in the ground from last year that I just let flower. They're little pom-pom flowers. We go back to the front again. We've got this thyme. I'm going to cut off all of these flowers, some alyssum, some nasturtiums, marigolds, geraniums, and then we've got sweet peas here. I forgot to mention these sweet peas actually are infested with aphids. I don't know if you can see them, but we've got some lacewings, and we've got some, and I've seen a couple ladybugs in here as well, so they're kind of taking care of the situation for me, and I've been just spraying them down too, which kind of keeps them at bay. And we've got cucumbers in here, we've got kale, permanent paste tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, we've got some parsley, rosemary that I propagated earlier. We've got basil. My peppers are just not having a good time. They're looking a lot better, but they really stunted their growth. They're just kind of starting to pick up now. This one's looking great. And then I sowed some arugula and some mixed greens in there. We've got lobelia, nasturtiums. This is a different kind of nasturtium. Alyssum, some more lobelias. And my squash is doing really good. This is the Prince Mint pumpkins. And then this is butternut squash. And we've got some spaghetti squash here. This butternut squash. And on this side, we've got the baby bumps pumpkin. And then some marigolds, chives. I stuck a cantaloupe in here. I'm not really having high hopes that it's going to do well, unfortunately. And then more spinach that has bolted that I'm going to get rid of. Some kale. I did plant a bunch of zinnias in here. None of them really took, but and then I stuck a couple dill in here underneath the cucumber. Same thing on that side. We've got the baby bumps pumpkins. And then we've got butternut squash. I've just been kind of training them to go in the trellis. And then they also have these little tendrils that they just grab onto. This is spaghetti squash and the Prince Mint pumpkin. And then I've got some watermelon that I stuck in here. These are the sunburst squash or patty pan squash. Got 2 of those. Those are looking amazing. I'm really excited for those. Then we've got this big, beautiful bean teepee. Planted so many more plants than I did last year, and I'm kind of just hoping for the best. I think it's going to do really good, though. They're just starting to climb the pole now. Then I kind of got the same pattern here of alyssum, nasturtiums, some lobelia, not doing as well. This is a kind of the hottest bed that we've got. My peppers are not doing good. I think I'm going to pull these and replace them with something else. This is one thing that has been struggling for me this year is my zucchini. Zucchini was one of the best things that I had last year, and this year is not doing so well. I planted 3 zucchini seeds and only 1 took, and then I direct sowed some and none of them took. So I got some starts from the nursery, and these starts are not looking happy. There's a ton of flower and they really want to do something, so I'm still hopeful that they'll catch up. But yeah, it's just funny how things vary from season to season. I did direct sow some arugula at the base here. This is another watermelon. This is my bourge. It's just starting to flower now. Really exciting. Such a beautiful flower. Some starfire marigolds here. And some geranium, some marigolds, and some kale. Greenhouse, we just added this bed here, and I did beefsteak tomatoes, some peppers along the back. These peppers are really doing a lot better than the ones out there. I planted some bok choy that my friend gave me, some basil, some Swiss chard, some cucumbers. It's all starting to come in as well. So that's been really exciting. I don't have anything super exciting over here. We do have some cayenne peppers that I grew from seed that are looking really good. I grabbed a couple banana peppers from the nursery. And then this is my ginger, which has been really exciting to grow. And then on the outside of my greenhouse, we just added this little bed here. It has an assortment of different dahlias, and then some alyssum and some lavender in here as well. My potatoes in pots are doing really good. I kicked them out of the greenhouse, but I'm really curious to see how many potatoes we're going to get this year. And then along the back here, I'm just going to do a quick little update. I added a bunch of new things back here. It's really starting to fill out We've got some lavender. Oh, those are sunflowers. They are not looking good. We've got some lavender, some black-eyed Susans. We've got some yarrow, some starfire marigolds, some geraniums. This is a hibiscus. This is some Shasta daisies here, which I absolutely love. Some beautiful Shasta daisies, some cosmos, and we've got some snapdragons too. This is called Arizona Sun. More lavender, geraniums, and just a bunch of random things. It's really starting to fill out my hydrangeas here. Elsie's little fairy garden. And then lastly, we've got my little blueberries over here. It's super exciting. Okay, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.